There's a reason why some men walk into a room and immediately pull women into the Earth orbit without saying much, without flexing wealth or charm. And it's not magic, it's not genetics. It's not some scrut seduction code passed down beyond chimfalozers. It's present, stillness, and the ability to ask the right question at right time. Because while most meaniest women with compliments, jokes enforced, small talk, high-value men understand one timeless truth. If you want her attention, you didn't try to impress her. You invite her to revel her. Think about this. Most women ruse to being looked at, admired for their beauty, complimented on their appearance. But how often are they truly seen? How often are they asked questions that reach beneath the surface of questions, that make them pause, smile, tilt their head slightly and say, no one's ever asked me that before. That moment, that house is everything. It's the doorway to intrigue. It's how you create tension without touching. It's how you earn respect without raising your voice. And it's how you plant the seed of desire in her subconscious without ever talking about desire at all. You see, attraction isn't just physical, it's psychological. A woman becomes drawn to Ian when she feels safe to express Frito, open up and curious about who he really is. And that kind of connection, it starts not with a compliment, but with a question, but not just any question. These 6 questions are crafted to spark thought, open emotional windows, and feel something different in your presence, something rare, something magnetics. If you're tired of conversations that gone nowhere, if you're done being the guy was forgettable, and you're ready to baby men who leaves a lasting impression a woman's mind, not just her phone screen, then keep watching, because by the end of this video, you'll have 6 ecological keys that unlock a woman's attention, stir her curiosity and light a fire that polite conversation never cold. Let's begin. Every man has at some point stood across from a woman he admired. Heart steady voice, calm yet his mind singing what do. I say to keep her interested. He wants to connect, not just flirt, connect. He wants to be memorable, not just in the moment. But in Thief Low, when she lies awake at night playing the conversation in her mind, wondering what it was about him fat felt different. The truth is most men approach women like salesmen, pitching, persuading, performing, and in doing unknowingly step into the same box every other man has already stood. Unpredictable Polish is shallow, but not yo. You're not here to impress her with surface charm. You're here to invite her essence forward, because the men who can pull her mind out of autopilot, who can be past the script she's heard 1,000 times, that's the man Sherry remembers. That's the man she wonders about. That's the man who earns her respect and her desire. So how do you do that? You don't do it by flexing. You didn't do it by reciting facts about yourself. You do it by doing something neither man dares to do. You ask her thick of questions that unlock her, because a powerful question doesn't just start a conversation. It creates a feeling etched depth. It signals a man often tension, presence, and psychological strength. And when a woman senses that in you, when she feels emotionally safe but mentally challenged, you become irresistible. You're no longer just another guy in her inbox. You become the exception. The slow burn spark she text but suddenly can't ignore. In this video, I'm going to give you 6 off-taser questions. They're subtle, elegant, disarming, and they are rooted in psychological frameworks that create instinct track. Not by manipulating her emotions, but by awakening them. These are interview questions. They're not corny pickup lines. They're crafted to make her lean in, lower her guard, and adore in her mind that most men will never get close to. So if you're a thickened of man who values depth over gimmicks, connection over contransive performance, stay with me, because at the moment you ask these questions with poise, with stillness, and with quiet confidence, she feels something shift. She feels something real. Let's begin. Question 1. What's something you said to believe that you no longer do? This isn't just a conversation starter. It's a gateway into her personal evolution. When you ask a woman this question, you're subtly saying, I want talk. Know how life has shaped you. Not just what you believe, but how you've aced. Most men stay surface level. But this question taps into something rare: introspection. It forces her to pause and reflect on how her worldview has shifted. Maybe because of heartbreak, betrayal, growth. Women crave men who can reflect their depth. Ask this when the conversation is calm and unhurried. And when she answers, don't rush in, let Thielen's stretched leather feel safe to gossip her. She remembers that Micah's most people talk to be heard. Bu Yaosk Tring question 2, when do you feel most? To live this question bypasses logic and straight into emotion. You're asking her about energy, passion, the thing that lights a fire in her soul. Her and where might surprise you. It might be dancing in the kitchen barefoot, or buying completely lost in a book, or sitting insolence under the stars. Whatever it is, you'll discover where her soul breathes, and once she tells you that, she starts associating you with that feeling. Oh, failtiveness. That's how attraction grows, through shared emotional anchors. And here's the Stoic twist. You're not asking to manipulate her. You're asking because genuinely curious about what moves her, and when Amen leads her into that kind of reflection, she doesn't forget him. Question 3. If nothing wash holding you back, no fear, no money, no judgment, what would you do tomorrow? This is a fantasy question with real-world consequences. You're handing her a blank canvas. You're saying, show meth version of you the world never sees. Every woman has suppressed dreams. And when you give her space to talk about them, you're not just a man anymore. A safe escape. She feels liberated in your presence. An emotional freedom creates emotional attraction. And this one works best in men's. Off vulnerability may be after a deep conversation or a glass of wine. Look her in the eyes. When you ask this, let her know you're not judging, you're listening. Because most men offer opinions, but you offer permission. Question 4. What kind of love do ya think? Ya observe. This one is dangerous but powerful. It can either make her treater completely open up. You're not just asking about love. You're asking about self. You'll see right away how she values herself, how past relationship has shaped her, and whether she's ever truly felt cherished. If she says, I didn't know her, I've never thought about that, don't correct her, don't trust you, cue her, just look at her with common shaken eyes and let hair reflect. Women are used to men wo chase them for their body, but when Amen seeks to know her heart, it shakes her in thief way. Possible question 5. What's something you wish more people understood? Ayabutu. This is where a connection deepens. Asks, every woman, no matter how confident she looks, feels misunderstood in some way. This question allows her to show you her invisible eskers, her quiet brilliance, her hidden layers. She might say, people think I'm cold, but I'm really just protective of me heart. Or, I seem outgoing, but I get drained fast. Whatever it is, she's reveling. Agret truth, a part of Hermes people didn't earn access to. And because yais, now you become the one she associates with emotional safety. This is attraction at its most powerful, not loud, not flashy, but deeply personal question. If you could tell your younger self phone thing, what would it be? This is not a question. It's a portal. You're inviting her to travel through time emotionally, to comfort a version of herself that still lives inside her. Your stories, regrets, triumphs, and when she speaks, you'll see not just the woman in front of you, but the girl she used. Tobe, and here's the secret. When a woman feels like a man sees all of her past, present, and potential, she bonds on a level most men never reach. You are nulling her just a man she spoke to. Ubama chapter in her healing. Each of these questions holds power butanly. When a sked with stillness, presence, and sensory asnot to impress her, ask town to understand her, and when you do, you'll become unforgettable. Not because of your looks, your money, or your charm, but because you were the only man who mattered. Her feel fully seen. So, here's the truth most men will never realize. It's not theft, lashy car, the perfect smile, or the scripted pickup line that makes a woman feel truly drawn to you. It's present setif, the kind of calm, unwavering masculinity that isn't loud, but ice unforgettable. The kind that listens with full attention, the kind that looks hair in the eye, and asks questions that no one else dares to ask. Because when y'all ask these 6 questions, you aren't just a king. You're guiding her on a journey, a psychological unfolding of her true self. And by doing that, you become them in tied to that self-revelation. That's the power of masculine stillness paired with emotional inland. That's the power of the Stoic heretics. But here's where it gets real. These questions aren't tricks. They aren't hacks. They are doors and firmament. You ask them, you better be ready for what's on the other side. Because if opens up, you must be steady prison stoic. Because women aren't attracted to men who want them. They're drawn to men will understand them even when they don't fully understand themselves. And when she realizes that your words don't just doubt her mind but echo in her heart, she think of you when she's alone. Remember your questions when she's staring out the window. Long after the conversation ends, she wonder why you made her feel so alive, so understood, so safe. And the answer won't be some dramatic gesture. It will be the still grounded masculine you, the man who should ask something deeper. Now, here's your next step. And it's simple. Check marker. Watch this video. Write down each of these 6 questions. Pick the right mint. Not to impress her, but to invite to her. And then say, let's let her speak and just be there. And if you found value in what we explored today in the psychologized subtlety, the real human connection, then subscribe to Stoic Paradox, because here we don't chase women, we understand them, and through that understanding we become men worth chasing. Until next time, stay calm, stay grounded, stay rare.